Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel SS Analysis. First of all, I would like to tell you that if you are watching this video first time, subscribe my channel to see my more upcoming videos on analysis of different commodities and equity indices. And second important thing is to watch this video till its end to understand this thoroughly to take your decision. Your one like will motivate me to be regular in working more hard for you. Let us start the day to analyze the movements of S&P 500 futures in a weekly time frame. Here you can see that after finding a good support in December 2018, the S&P 500 futures continued to move upward up to the highs of 3400. Here you can see that the S&P 500 futures found stiff resistance at the levels of 3400 and started to move downward during the second week of February. Here you can see that the S&P 500 futures witnessed a steep fall during the month of March 2020 and started to move downward and touched the lows of 2172 on March 23rd, 2020. Since then, we have seen a sharp recovery in S&P 500 futures, where the S&P 500 futures witnessed their immediate resistance at these levels, at the levels of 2963. Here you can see that the S&P 500 futures finally breached this stiff resistance level on May 25th, 2020 and continued to move upward. And here you can see during the last week, the S&P 500 futures found a good support from the 50 days moving average, where the S&P 500 futures found a bottom of the week and tested the highs of 3210, where I find that this level provides a stiff resistance once again, as this was the base when the S&P 500 futures breached this stiff resistance level and moved up to these levels. And once this base was broken during the first week of March, the S&P 500 futures found a steep downward move. But once again, I find that the S&P 500 futures have been facing stiff resistance at the levels of 3210, which seems to be a difficult level for S&P 500 futures to sustain this rally. No doubt that the job numbers, which were better than expected, continued this rally. But here I find that if the S&P 500 futures are not able to break this immediate resistance during the upcoming week, we will see the S&P 500 futures may take a sharp downward move back up to these levels, up to the levels of 3036, where this level will provide good support because this is a long-term support, and final support will be provided by the 50 days exponential moving average. And secondly, I find that in case of a downward move during the upcoming week, we will see the S&P 500 futures to sustain above the upper end of Ichimoku cloud, which is currently at the levels of 3042. Here I find that any downward move of S&P 500 futures during the upcoming week may find a strong reversal once again. Here I find that the prevalence of bullish sentiments in the S&P 500 futures may keep the uptrend intact, but here we will have to keep a visible eye over the movement of S&P 500 futures during the upcoming week, because here I find that the changing relations between the US and the China may extend this volatility in the S&P 500 futures during the upcoming week, where I find that a sustainable move above the levels of 3210 may only keep this uptrend intact. Otherwise, I find that we may expect a downward move during the upcoming week, where we may see the S&P 500 futures to find a strong support at the upper end of Ichimoku cloud, which is currently at the levels of 3036, from where we can expect a bouncing move once again. So friends, be ready to see an action in the S&P 500 futures during the upcoming week. So now let us see this move in a daily time frame. So here in the daily time frame, you can see that the S&P 500 futures sustained above the 200 days moving average and continued to make sustainable moves above the 200 days moving average, which is currently at the levels of 3032, and finally showed a good strength after the announcement of strong job data on Friday, where you can see that the S&P 500 futures tried to break this immediate resistance at the levels of 3210 but could not. Here you can see that the selling was evident enough on Friday at the high levels, where the S&P 500 futures found stiff resistance at the levels of 3210 and finally closed at the levels of 3186. So therefore, I find that the opening level on the first trading session of the upcoming week will be very decisive, because here I find if the S&P 500 futures are not able to break this immediate resistance, we'll see the S&P 500 futures to see an exhaustion once again during the upcoming week, where we will see the S&P 500 futures may remain under heavy volatility, but I find that any downward move during the first two trading sessions of the upcoming week will provide a good opportunity to find a strong support once again at the 200 days moving average in a daily time frame, which is currently at the levels of 3032. Here I find that the S&P 500 futures may find a strong bounce back from these levels, because here you can see that the current position of all the moving averages in a daily time frame looks evident enough for continuation of a bullish uptrend in S&P 500 futures. But once the S&P 500 futures make a sustainable move during the upcoming week above the levels of 3210, we will see the S&P 500 futures to test the highs of 3285, where the next resistance level will be there. But in case of a downward move, we will see the S&P 500 futures to test the lows of 2957. So friends, this will be my restricted trading zone for S&P 500 futures for the week of June 8, 2020. Here I find that during the upcoming week, the S&P 500 futures may remain very volatile between this trading zone, and any breakout out of this trading zone will provide some definite clue about the next directional move of the S&P 500 futures, where I find that a downward move below the levels of 2955 will be very decisive, when the S&P 500 futures may enter amid this consolidation zone. And here I find that the S&P 500 futures may continue to consolidate from the levels of 2929 to 2668. This will be my lower consolidation zone for S&P 500 futures up to June 15, 2020. So friends, here I find that the S&P 500 futures may take a decisive move amid this zone during the upcoming week, which will provide a definite clue for the next direction move of S&P 500 futures. So thank you friends, thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to share this video with your more and more friends. Thank you.